Senator Marco Rubio joining us to talk about the situation going on in Texas. $3.7 billion asked by the Obama administration for Congress to approve those children, if you will, in Texas. The reaction by Congress, and do you think that's a proper, what is in the amount that they want to use that money for? Do you think that's a proper use of that money?
Well, first let's explain what the problem is. It's a perfect storm of three things. Number one, a border that is not secure, particularly in 3 of the 9 sectors, the Rio Grande one being the one that's getting the predominant number of people that are now crossing. Traffickers that are going around telling people, especially in rural areas of Honduras, that if you arrive before the end of August of 2014, there's some sort of new law in America that's going to allow you to stay. And then I think, unfortunately, the violence and the crime and all these things that exist in those countries that are driving people to come here. And in many instances, they have parents who are already here now illegally, and they're trying to reunite with them. So the appropriate approach and what we should be doing is 3 things. One, do what Americans always do. We are going to be as compassionate and as humane in our treatment of these children and of these mothers as possible. But number 2, we have to apply our law. Even under the most generous immigration reform proposal out there, these children would not qualify to be able to stay, and they will have to be returned. And I think the sooner that happens, the better it's going to be for everyone. And number 3, let's not just throw $3.7 billion at this problem to take care of it as a one-time issue. Let's put in place permanent border security measures, more fencing, more agents, more technology, E-Verify, an entry-exit tracking system to prevent visa overstays. Let's deal with this issue of the insecurity of our borders once and for all. I honestly, as a supporter of reform, believe that if we did that, we would move closer to being able to solve the rest of the immigration problem, which includes the status of those who are here illegally now and a broken legal immigration system that's antiquated.
There is money in that $3.7 billion to deal with border security. Governor Perry says it's not nearly enough. Do you agree?
It isn't. It's right. About half the money. First, there's money in there for wildfires, and then half the money is for HHS, which basically means housing, feeding, clothing these children. That's appropriate. We have to do more. We do need more fencing. We know what works. There are sectors of the border that have been secured. El Paso's an example. San Diego is another, because they put more fencing. They've got cameras and sensors. They even use drones, more agents for apprehension, more money for judges so you can quickly process these claims. And then, of course, an E-Verify system. Employers should be required to verify that the people they're hiring are legally here. And an entry-exit tracking system. 40% of our illegal immigrants entered the country legally, and they overstayed their visas. And we have no way of tracking that. These are things that need to happen as well. And if we did that, I think you actually create an environment where you could deal with immigration in its entirety in the future. And that includes modernizing the legal system and dealing with 12 million people that are here illegally now.
Senator Rubio, you've been very generous with your time, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.